Dearborn Street in Englewood, getting ready for Englewood Veg Fest. All right, we're here, Dearborn Street Plaza, downtown Englewood, and it's very quiet. We're having the fest today. Sun's about to come up. Hey, we can start to see. It's getting light.
It's actually my favorite summertime vegetable because most things that grow in the summertime, you'll find that they're like really spicy. Like you can grow arugula in the summertime, all sorts of collards and stuff like that. Sweet potato greens are very floral and they're very like...
They look happy, nothing happened to them, so very, very worth growing. So we highly recommend the pineapples. And it seemed to have worked for us.
That the Candida likes, it can live for 2 weeks up to 2 months with it. Okay.
A piece of the green tea toads.
Tell me about it. It doesn't require a bunch of treatments or alkaline digestion. I'll tell you what the cell on the cellular level on different places, because different who eats it, they do. Is that most people die with about 10 to 20 pounds of old fecal matter undigested in the gut.
It's age justice.
But also, we don't have to talk about how
It's so cute.
pesticides
This is
have
good.
half-life.
Vegan now. Of course, I told my family that, and they weren't really convinced.
Speaker, our colon, we used to think went out for everything, and now we know that the immune system control tower really lives in the gut. And so what we eat, no plants at all,
But largely, we can prevent breast cancer by, and you don't have any, and just like your garage, when you move into a new house, the garage is all nice and white, and the floors are clean, there's nothing in it in our body, but we don't get our energy from it. We get our energy immediately from carbohydrates. And I could, the plant food is actually the best source of protein that you can get because it has just the right percentage, about 10%. Honey bun might be one of the worst things you could eat, with all the grease and, I have no idea what is
vegan 7 years. Do extra cheese if it was up to me. Felt not great.
Rat's milk is for baby
I'm hoping
rat.
that I can change that for you today. So I'm calling this talk Unleash Your Healing Power with Fruit.
And been able to answer in nature as we were originally designed. Would you be drawn to it, which would be more tropical? What would you be drawn to without any cooking, without having to do anything of calories from that food? Vitamins and first or second best source plate of rice, or meat or dairy of amino acids. That's all spread out. Thinking about it, is that the most efficient? Hurt us in any way? So if you put it under a microscope, the fibers in fruit, the primarily soluble fibers, are going to be kind of a cloud-like shape. What it costs to eat fruit. Kind of wind this down with sharing a bit more about my vision for saving the world with fruit, because I really believe this. And actually I want to, if you don't know, English Jan right there in the yellow shirt, because you're not so encumbered. So when that happens, you begin to tap into your natural joy. The tropics, and you have the secret, simple elixir.
Alzheimer's, and interestingly enough, I'm going to come back to very similar components. Many of us go through that for many years. My age, 50% of us have Alzheimer's. Very expensive to treat. Alzheimer's Association, try medications. 98.6% failure rate.
I love the one
Why does it relief? Because patients don't have anything to do with that. And it may make things worse. Alzheimer's disease by reducing certain pathologies such as cardiovascular disease, metabolic diseases, etc., that contribute to Alzheimer's disease. You're close, but what's wrong with the vegan diet?
And a solutionary is someone who's doing their best to be part of the solution and not the problem. The major problem is that animals are being biodiversity and wild animals that can also live their lives too. How do we reach our vision? We get creative and we do our best to create positive change in the world.